Hi, and welcome to my corner of the internet. My name is Katie, and this is my YouTube channel, Something by Katie. Today, I think that I would like to have a heart-to-heart about affordable cream makeup products. The situation at hand is that I personally have no high-end cream products, and I also have never owned any, and I really at the moment have no intention of getting any. So I want to talk a little bit about why that is, share some of my favorite affordable products with you, and also talk a little bit about the use cases versus some of my favorites versus some of my other favorites. Please don't forget that if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, click subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I upload a new video, and enjoy. Alrighty, so as I said, I've never owned high-end cream products, so I've always found it a bit curious when people say they have no idea what good cream products exist at the drugstore, or they've never tried affordable cream products, or blah blah blah. I'm always a little like puzzled by that because I feel literally the polar opposite of that. So today I want to share some of my favorite cream and liquid blushes, contours, bronzers, and highlighters. Some of them are drugstore products, some of them are from indie brands, some of them are cruelty-free, some of them are not. Some have a really good shade range, and some have a shade range for uncooked chicken, as Teresa's dad would say. So I just want to share some of my favorites and why I like them. Also, you will see this, but just so you know, I'm going to be inserting clips of me using each of these products as I talk about them. So the first product is actually what I'm wearing on my face right now. It is an oldie but a goodie, and that is the Nyx Wonder Stick. And I do just have to say right off the bat that the contour side is a thumbs up, and this light cream side is trash. I wish it was not dual-ended. I wish it was just the one side, but this is how they sell it. A couple of caveats that I would be remiss if I did not mention. First of all, I need to be upfront. There are many privileges I am afforded when it comes to the affordable cream product game, and that is that I have a light skin tone and a very classically neutral undertone, meaning you will see that I can use cream products that are cool toned, like so, or I can use products that are extremely warm toned or just pretty neutral. So I have a lot of flexibility in what I can use. So keep that in mind, and I'm going to mention what the benefit of each of the products is as I use it. This is a cool toned cream bronzer, so it's a good contour stick. I like it because it is creamy, easy to blend out, and it's pigmented but not too pigmented, and I will explain what I mean with a couple of the other products. But this one, like, I just have concealer under my eyes. This on here, hit the jawline, and like good to go. I don't think that you need to wear foundation for this to look good or anything like that. It blends in really nice with my skin, and as long as the color matches you, it's a good one in my opinion. However, like I said, this side is worthless, so it feels wasteful in that respect. That was an option that's a little bit more cool or neutral leaning. And if you want another drugstore option that is a stick bronzer but is much warmer, so if you have a cooler skin undertone, like a pinker skin tone, you might opt for this Nyx one. But if you have a bit of a warmer, or even like I was saying for myself, a neutral or warm leaning undertone, this is another great option. And it is the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Sculpting Bronzer with jojoba oil. And I love this. It's another one it's darker though, so it's a warmer tone. And it's again a really good daily use bronzing stick. So it's a little warmer toned, but it works well same way as that Nyx one. You can wear it with foundation, with no product on your face like I have now. It's pretty versatile, and I really do like this one. I will say, I didn't mention, but I think that this Nyx contour stick, when you like blend it out, it's a pretty, like, I would say satin type formula, like, or almost even matte, where your skin is not like sticky. It totally dries down. But when you wear this Physicians Formula one, it is a bit more of a dewy product because it is made with that jojoba oil. So it's a bit more of a creamy product. I have very dry skin, so I have no knowledge about if this would work with oily skin, but for me, I really like this, and it brings some life back into my face, and I can use it on an everyday basis. Moving on, another type of cream bronzer, and that is to just buy your favorite foundation or concealer a few shades darker than your natural skin tone and just use that. One of my absolute favorite drugstore foundations to use as a cream bronzer is the Maybelline Superstay Stick Foundation. I like to use the shade 360 Mocha. Now, this is not the same type of stick bronzer that I would use like these. I chose a much deeper shade. So I like to use this to do like a reverse foundation routine. So this Maybelline Superstay Foundation is a matte foundation formula, and it's a very nice foundation formula, not all over my skin. And I think that's why I like it as a bronzer, because you just, you know, place it in the bronzing areas, and it's matte and it's long wear. I intend to do a full demo showing you the routine and how I love to use this stick foundation because it is deeper, and I like to do that reverse routine where you put this on and then you put foundation and concealer over, like you do the reverse routine. I will do that for you guys at a later date because this is like something I love to wear for a special occasion. Like if I'm going to a wedding as a guest, or if I'm going to be attending a conference for work, you know, in the old days, where I would like need to be looking professional for a very long period of time, or at an event, like I was saying, this is great for that. And I will do a full tutorial using it later, but I had to recommend it. And just in general, like, get the ColourPop stick foundation a couple shades lighter, the ColourPop concealers, any concealer or foundation you like, that can be a good cream situation as well. And if it's a formula you are familiar with and you already like, the bonus is you will most likely know how to work with it already. Now, it is time to discuss some of the most underrated cream products from the drugstore, period. And to me, those are the e.l.f. Cream Contour Palette and Cream Blush Palette. Wow, are these underrated? If you want to talk about a really good texture, this is a good formula. Where I told you that this highlighting shade in the NYX Wonder Stick is utter trash, not the case in this e.l.f. contour kit. It looks dirty because I use it constantly. I'll insert a photo of what it looks like clean, but I love this because there's a cooler tone, a warmer tone, and an even deeper warm tone. There is this highlighting shade, and it's just because it is this palette, you can mix and match the colors as you need, as you see fit. I absolutely love this product. And I will say that even though the stick products have, I would say, more ease of use, they are much more convenient. This is pretty convenient as well. You could use a sponge, or I like to use brushes, and stippling brushes are my personal favorite with cream products. And so for me, I like to use the ColourPop F9 small stippling brush, and then this airbrush stipple from e.l.f. These are some of my favorite brushes. And so what I'll just do is like, boop, boop, boop. And you can see in the video that's playing over here, it also has a very lovely finish. Much like that NYX Wonder Stick, this finishes not dewy. It's not oily or dewy. It is very satin and it dries down and it just looks beautiful on the skin. I also have the light cream contour kit. Now, let's talk about this light blush palette. I have the, like I said, the light one. This one comes with a mirror. The other one doesn't, but the blush kit is so good. This formula is a bit more dewy than the cream contour. So when you put, and these shades are just gorgeous. Peach, coral, classic pink, more of a rosy neutral shade. But when I put these cream blushes on my cheeks, they are much more dewy and they give me life. They're a little bit more of a balmy texture. Don't know if these are available just at drugstores or Target or what have you, but I think I ordered these on Ulta's website last summer, but run, do not walk to get these really cheap and good e.l.f. cream kits. Okay, moving through to a couple of other drugstore blush recommendations. So this is a pretty well-known cream blush favorite, but I have to share it because it's also a favorite of mine and it's what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. It is the Honest Beauty Cream Cheek Blush and I have the shade Rose Pink. That's what I'm wearing today and it is very fresh and balmy. This blush like really adds life back into your face. It's a neutral tone. It has good wear time. It doesn't completely dry down, but it's not like tacky. Like I would say the e.l.f. ones are maybe, well, I don't know. They're both pretty dewy actually, but they're pretty similar. And I like that in the e.l.f. one you get multiple, but I do think this Honest Beauty one has better ingredients and a little bit better of a formula. You just get more color options with this, but they're pretty similar. My last drugstore blush recommendation is another really, really good one. This is a really underrated product. The Physicians Formula Organic Wear Dewy Blush Elixir in the shade Crushed Berries. Now this, I literally could never go through this in my life. This stuff is so pigmented. The littlest amount goes the longest way. Like that little tiny dot I just put on, like it's gonna cover up my whole hand. It's so pigmented and this is dewy. Like it says Dewy Blush Elixir and it is appropriately named. Your cheeks will look dewy and it will be beautiful. I love this product, but beware, it's incredibly pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. These are like beautifully pigmented, but they are just much more workable. This one you could go overboard really fast, so don't like squeeze it onto your cheek. Put it on your hand or your finger or something and then go in. Better safe than sorry, but ooh, it's beautiful. And finally, last but not least, these are probably my favorite. I said it. And I have one of each for this. A cream blush, bronzer, and highlighter. This is from an indie brand owned by two sisters. And I found this brand thanks to my gloss queen, Nisa Nisi Pisa. These are the candy paints from Half Caked Makeup. Oh my gosh, wow. They're so good. I've been like using these non-stop lately. So I have the shade You're So Last Summer for bronzer. Now these are a dewy, balmy texture for sure. Much, much balmier. Like of all of the ones I've said, these are balmy. Like the Dewy Blush Elixir from Physicians Formula, they're very dewy as well. So You're So Last Summer is a bronzer shade, and very recently they just released a shade extension, which we stan. We love to see that. And it was a very balanced shade extension in that there were equal amounts of deep shades to light shades, so that's really good to see. So even though there aren't a ton of shades because it's a small indie brand, they're at least thoughtful and keeping it even in the spectrum. Or at least that's what it looked like from my perspective. I'm not a trained makeup artist, so let me know if I interpreted that wrong. But so far, I think they're doing a good job, and this is a great formula. This is so good everyday wear. I want to get more of their cream blushes. More of them for sure, because I went with a very bright color, and I got the shade Disco Lemonade, which is like a pink lemonade shade, and it's a very bright blush. Ooh, it's so good. And then finally, on my cheeks now, I'm wearing the cream highlighter from Half Caked, which is this shade called Sugar Cookie. Ooh, another balmy, beautiful texture. I also am going to put I didn't mention any of the prices on these items. That will be listed in the description box below, but I just wanted to show you that there are some very good affordable options, and you could go just to your local drugstore, to Target, and get some, or if you want to support an indie brand, you can do that too. There are a lot of ways to get some affordable cream products. You don't only have to buy that Chanel cream bronzer or Charlotte Tilbury or the Milk bronzing stick. And even though I'm sure those are great products, I'm sure they're amazing, and I'm sure they're just fabulous. But my point is, you don't have to have those products, because there's going to be something for you. Now, I will say, I mentioned this, I am not a trained makeup artist, and I have a very light skin tone. So if you want recommendations for a deeper complexion, I would recommend other creators who could give you better recommendations. For example, I think Nima Tang does fantastic foundation and contour reviews for a deeper complexion, and there are a lot of great channels if you want more recommendations on that front. I just wanted to say and show you some clips of me applying these products, and also I wanted to share a couple of tools, because again, you don't have to spend a lot. Like, you could get that ColourPop brush or an e.l.f. brush and you're good to go. And I was using brushes, but you can use a sponge. Anyway, please let me know what you think. Have you tried any of these products? Comment down below. What do you think? Do you think I gave any bad recommendations, or are they good, or what do you think? Did I miss any? What have I not tried from the drugstore? And if you end up trying one of these, let me know. I'm so curious what your thoughts are, because makeup is so personal, and I did try to share a range of products that are kind of different, even though they're similar. So if you take any of these recommendations, let me know. I'd be curious to hear what you think. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to click subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the next time I upload another video. And in the meantime, follow me on Instagram and Twitter while I hang out in those other corners of the internet while I'm editing this and before posting it, you know? Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.